Hello, hello, and welcome everybody. JB here with JB's RCs. Thanks for stopping by. As promised, a little bit late, but as promised, a new running video of my new trail recovery truck that I finished up. Still a few more details I want to go through, especially after my first run here.
For a little bit, yeah.
But this is a truck that I traded a few other trucks for. It's a Cross RC GC4. It's the cab over flat front design there. Four-wheel drive, kind of military truck. 10 scale, this would be much larger, of course, if it was true 10 scale. I believe these are more like a 14th scale, just because this truck in real life, military size, would be humongous. To get it to fit in with the rest of the 10 scale, they kind of shrunk it to a 14 scale, but we're out here on the trails across the street from Arapaca San Jose Preserve. And as you can see, these other guys that I'm with here, there's 5 of us total. The other 4 guys, they all have like 10 scale trucks. So actually, no, I take that back. That Marksman there, that's Ian driving his old Marksman that I bought from him. That's an 8 scale, so it is a little bit bigger. So of course that was a Jeep body on that, so that would be real small if it was 10 scale, true 10 scale. So anyways, we're out driving this Cross RC GC4, and I got all sorts of goodies done to this. So we got a working winch on the front, we got lights that work. We have a Hobbywing 1080 ESC with a Holmes Hobbies Trailmaster motor on there, 45 kg steering servo, and a 25 kg shift servo. Went nuts with the paint on this. I got that teal color that I did. It actually started off as yellow. If you guys haven't seen the first video that I did of this before I got the bed for it, it's just the cab and the chassis and everything. I went down to Candy Beach and drove around on the beach a little bit with it. That video was posted a little while ago if you want to check that out. But the truck itself was a deep yellow colored, like a dark yellow color with that black top on it. And of course had no bed at all, just the chassis back there. So I went and I found the bed online. A little bit disappointed in the bed just because, for one, it was quite expensive, like 80 bucks, I think, just for the plastic pieces for the bed. And not one screw to hold that whole thing together. They literally in the instructions say to glue it all together, and that includes the mounting points where it mounts to the chassis. So I was really concerned about that, obviously. Glue not working out so well, so I did drill some holes in there, and I did screw some pieces together with some screws that I had, so it's a little more sturdy now. It holds on. Here's a first of our recoveries. I didn't work on this one, but one of the other gentlemen we had there with that blue TRX4, I think it's a high trail, with a TRX4 sport body on it. He had a winch as well, so he was pulling Billy Bob in the yellow BR01 there. It's got a pretty awesome looking truck, I think. So they did that real quick. A little more trailing, and then of course the best part is at the end here. If you guys want to fast forward, feel free. There's some real good mud recovery at the end. Some like sandy mud right out in the open too, so real easy to see everything. We ended up using tow straps and bungee cords and winches and all sorts of stuff. A bunch of us got stuck in that mud. It's coming up at the end, so stay tuned for that, or fast forward to that if you want. As you can see in the back there, I did go a little crazy with my scale stuff. I'm not usually a scale guy. I'm way more on the performance side of things, but I have been doing a little more trailing lately, and those performance trucks really doesn't challenge them too much on the trails, so I figured we'll keep this. It's pretty stock other than some electronics and that winch there. Still got the stock wheels and tires on there, which again I was very surprised how well they did on this run, being that they're stock and quite used, worn down. I do like those wheels though on there, they look real nice. And that teal color that I did everything in. But I do have some crazy scale stuff in there. There's propane tanks with torch and a bunch of tools and straps, and oh man, I got sand ladders and just about everything I could get my little hands on in the back there. Interior too, I got all sorts of backpacks, and there's a little dude in a box in the center there. It's like a little action figure. Super cool. I got drinks and chips and KFC buckets and all sorts of stuff on the inside of this. Really cool too that the top actually just pops off on the roof there. That whole roof just kind of snaps off. It's not screwed on or anything. And you can look all down inside of that and see all the cool scale stuff that I got in there. Little driver, But yeah, I was pretty impressed with how well this did, actually. I thought the tires were going to spin a lot more and get stuck easier and not have as good a traction. But I think with all that weight I got on there, I think that's helping it out quite a bit. So yeah, here we are, getting into the real good dirty stuff. So driving through a little mud, a little water. You can see that high trail back there. He's got 2 2s on that, so that thing is just cruising through the water. You can go through like 3 or 4 inches before it even touches the body almost. Whereas my truck here, just about an inch or 2. And like I said, this is a scale recovery truck in my opinion. This is what I built it to be. So it's more for towing and winching. So that's what the weight came into play. I wanted a lot of weight, so no matter what I hook up to,
recovery truck
it's
means
not
the
gonna pull
recovery.
my truck. It's going to pull their truck. So that's what we got going on here. Oh.
I'm coming, brother.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, I went right down in.
Billy
deeply.
Bob. Gosh, he's so funny. I'm coming, brother. So fun. He was purposely trying to get his truck stuck to yellow. The yellow Discover. He was really trying to get that one stuck. So yeah, here he just plowed right into this mud. We're like, oh yeah, here we go. And he's got the smallest tires out of all of us, honestly, on his truck. They're even a bit smaller than mine. They might be a 155 rim size with a real small tire on it, but he still did pretty well. And here we go with the winch. Very nice. I'm just going to leave it at that. You guys enjoy the rest of the video. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being patient. We got whacked with a couple hurricanes there in a row, so I was out of power for like 5 days from Milton, and still trying to recover up a little bit from that. Lost everything in the fridge and the freezers, and still trying to fill those back up with some fresh stuff.
That's awesome.
We're getting back into videos, and we'll get out crawling some more here too once every flooding and all that stuff goes down. So this was actually taken before either of those storms, Helene or Milton, went through here. So as you can see where we are, it's still pretty wet even with the rainstorm, with the hurricanes and stuff that went through, and the rain that fell and the flooding. It got a lot worse. Some places that we go are actually saying they're not going to be open for the rest of the year. Trying to figure out what's going on with the flooding and get it all to go down. So we'll see what happens with that. Maybe I'll get the boats out. Maybe my next couple videos.
Yeah.
Someone coming up here, I'll get one of my boats out. Do some boating with all the water that there is.
Nice and
Hope
easy.
everybody's doing okay.
That's bungee.
Stay tuned for more, of course. Please like, comment, subscribe, smash that notification button, of course. And we'll see you guys next time, all right? Get out there, have some fun.
It's a trail truck. It's going to get dirty. Right? Right? Ride that ridge.